I did a bronze goddess look for you guys today, which is on my face with the Bronze Goddess Estee Lauder palette from this year's Bronze Goddess collection. I did pull a few pieces from last year's Bronze Goddess or Estee Lauder collection and stuff like that, just to keep it with the theme. I know the bronzers in the current collection as well, so if you're interested in the bronzers, I think they keep that permanent. So, but just for the sake of Bronze Goddess and stuff, since this is the only thing I picked up, I figured I'd use some of the face products as well. The dogs are barking. With the Bronze Goddess. Some people might have them, and I know that some of the items are still at some CCOs and stuff like that, but definitely all dupable products. So I did do the eye look with this palette right here. I suppose I would call it a first impressions. I totally saved using this palette for, what has it been, a whole week. That's hard for me to do because I wanted to do this video for you guys, like a first impressions and stuff like that. So I did, this is what the palette looks like. Let's go there. This is the box. And there's a mirror on this side. It does not stand up by itself. The eyeshadows are inlaid in a hard plastic, which is nice. I like that instead of like squishy cardboard. This is gonna last longer. And then it does come with a brush. One end has got a sponge tip on it, and the other has a synthetic end, which is a nice soft little shader brush. And then the shadows, you have 3 over here, which are that same type of texture as that. I always refer to this because that's what I think most people know about, is the MAC in Extra Dimension Skin Finish. You know, that finish. But that's what these 3 shades are right here. And then there are 5 matte brown shades right here. Normally I don't gravitate towards eyeshadows that are all in one bulk like that instead of split up in separate pans. Just because I find that if you really want to separate out colors, it can be a little difficult. But this here, when I first saw it, it's a lot bigger than I initially had thought it was going to be. So if this is your little shader brush, that's the size of the shadow in comparison there. So you can fit a shadow brush in there fairly easy. And what I discovered when I was doing the look was there wasn't a shade between these 2 browns, and it was kind of easier to customize your shade quickly by just swirling it like halfway in between the 2 of the shades, which, like I said, I've always never liked those type of, you know, those big block pans of shadows without being separated. But today I kind of got a different outlook on it because this is a full gradient. It kind of makes it easier to really customize the browns, which I kind of surprised myself anyway. When I used the shimmery shades first, and then I tried to blend out with some of these brown shades, like through the crease, I did find that I had to go back and pick up this shimmery shade to help blend out these matte shades. So I kind of came to the conclusion that it was a little bit more difficult to blend out these, well, this purple shade in particular, because it is really pigmented shade, but it was a little more difficult to blend these shades out with these shades. I wanted to kind of do a mix, you know. I wanted to use the mattes really, but I couldn't help myself with the purple. I had to use it, but in any event, these shades here are very pigmented. These are pigmented as well, but the texture isn't as heavy as these ones, if that makes any sense. So your heavier texture is gonna it's gonna be a little bit more opaque, and it's gonna be a little bit harder for your. They're not sheer, they are pigmented, but it's a thinner texture, and they're matte on top of it. So it's gonna be a little bit harder to blend out these shades with these. Now, had I used these all together, I want to say that they probably would have blended out really nice because the gradient of these shades is really pretty. So that's kind of just the first impressions that I got with the look that I did on my eyes. And while I did have to work with the shades a little bit and kind of do a little bit of discovering, you know, with the textures and stuff like that when I was using it, I really like how the overall look came out. I really do. I really like it. So that is good. Now I'm going to zoom into this palette and give you guys some swatches. So there is what the palette looks like up close. You can see that those 5 matte shades right here are all one block in a big pan themselves, and then these ones here are separated. So let me swatch these guys for you. Let's do these ones. These are really gorgeous shades too. So that is what they look like on my fingers. And then this is what they look like on the back of my hand. So see how far they went a long way. These shades really blended beautifully, but again, they do have a thicker texture and they have the shimmer to them. So Now I'm going to swatch these shades right here, because these two here, you guys are just not going to see those on me because I'm like that color. So let's just swatch these so you can see them on my fingertip. Now the texture of these is really smooth and they're buttery, but like I said, they aren't as heavy in texture. I mean, they're pigmented, but they're not overly done. So that is what they look like on my fingertips. Let's see if you guys are going to be able to see these on my hand. Yeah, those light ones you aren't going to be able to see, but... So you can see that the texture of these is a lot lighter. Like, a really thin, fine, smooth texture is how I want to describe it. Like, they could... I feel like they're pigmented, but I feel like, you know, I feel like they could pack a little bit more in conjunction with those shimmery shades, I guess. But I didn't swatch the very lightest one because you guys are never going to see it, so... So I feel like these shades, while they're pigmented, they're really a really thin, buttery texture, which that's what makes me think like these 5 will probably work out really good together. And they'll probably work out nice with these shades too, but this dark shade is really, really pigmented, and it's got a heavier or a thicker texture, that in Extra Dimensions, you know, texture to it. So that might be something to think about if you do get the palette, you know, about mixing those textures. This shade on the lid was absolutely fine and stuff like that, but I did have to do a little bit of working with the blending when I thought I could just initially go in with these matte shades right here to blend out that purple. It didn't really work out so much that way. So if you guys are interested in looks on my face, I'm going to quit my rambling here and we'll get into it right now. So just to let you guys know, I am wearing the Bare Minerals matte foundation on my face, and then also concealer under my eyes is the Instant Concealer by Clarins, set with the e.l.f. High Def little powder there. I will be doing like a foundation routine soon, as soon as I'm done actually lasering my face with the Tria. My foundation routine is really not that interesting, to be honest, but a lot of people are requesting it, so I will do that soon. I'm just going to go ahead and use some Bronze Goddess stuff that I've gotten from previous year's collections that I've seen at CCOs still, so you still may be able to get your hands on them, or eBay. So, and then some people might have them, so just going with the theme here. I'm going to take the Pure Color Illuminating Powder Jelly in 01 Heat Wave. It looks like that. It's a bit too golden for me for a highlight, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it with the Illamasqua Powder Blusher in Intrigue, which is a matte white. And I'm going to use that on a Goss number 14 brush, which I will be doing a review on these soon. I'm just going to dip the tip of the brush in there like that, and then into the white, and then back into the gold, and I'm going to sweep that right on the very tops of my cheeks. That brush. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit right here. I'm going to put a tad on top of my lip, and a teeny bit above the point of my brows. Now with the Goss number 13 brush and the Bronze Goddess Estee Lauder bronzing powder, this is in 02 medium, which I believe was also released with this year's collection, and I think it's always available from Estee Lauder too. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my brush into there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to contour with it, and I'm also going to bronze up my face. So I just start in the hollows and bring it up. Allergies are acting horrible as usual. And some on my jaw, a little bit on my ear. I'm also going to run just a tad of it on my neck, right in these little spots right here, to kind of tie it together. Then I'm just going to use the brush, Synthetic Kabuki, that I used to put on my mineral foundation, and I'm just going to give this a good blend. To stick with the Bronze Goddess glowy theme, I'm going to go in with the Pure Color Illuminating Powder Jelly Blush. And this is in 01 Teas, and I believe this is I've seen this at some CCOs just last week. So still available, but it's just a really shiny, think in Extra Dimension skin finish texture from MAC. Just that type of a color. I'm going to use that on a Goss number 11 brush on the tip of there. And I'm just going to put that on my cheeks. Let me know what you guys think about limited edition products. I feel like, I know a lot of people don't like to use them because they're limited edition, but then again, I also feel like a lot of people have them. So, and then there's, you know, your dupes and all that stuff too. So let me know how you guys feel about that, like me using them in videos and stuff. And then the last step I'm going to do for the face is take this ambient lighting powder from Hourglass in Diffuse Light. It is the yellow toned one. Since we're doing summery bronzy and stuff, I went with the yellow tone. And I'm just going to dip my Chikuhodo powder brush into here. And I'm just going to put this all over the face. It'll blend in all of our products and give them a more seamless look. I'm just going to go ahead and prime my lids with the Physicians Formula All-in-One Beauty Balm Concealer, which is one of my favorite shadow primers. Just going to put a blob on there. And blend it in with my ring finger from my lash line all the way up to underneath my brow. Now on to the palette. I've been saving this for you guys. I haven't used it yet, only swatched it in my haul video, but I'm going to go ahead and I was trying to decide. I was like, should I stick with all mattes or should I stick with these guys? Because you could totally do a really pretty look with these shadows, which are again like your in Extra Dimension finish from MAC. But I think I'm going to try to mix it up and see how it goes. I'm going to take this Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to use it the skinny way and pick up, or on its side, pick up this yellow champagne-y color here. And I'm going to pack this onto my lid. So that shade is really pretty. I'm always tempted to go all out with shimmer and stuff like that, but I bet a bunch of you guys are probably more interested in the performance of the matte. So I'm going to try to incorporate these guys into the rest of the look. See how it goes. I'm going to pick up this matte shade, the lightest one on the end here. Same Chikuhodo brush. I'm going to use the wider part of the brush and pick that up. I'm going to put this all underneath my brow. I really want to use this purple though. How about we use 2 shimmer shades and 2 matte shades? Let's compromise. Yeah, I gotta use that purple. It just looks really stunning in the pan. I'm going to use that on a number 6 Goss brush and just pick that up on the tip of that. I'm going to go right into the crease with it. Oh wow. That's mega pigmented. Really pigmented. Okay, we're just going to blend that through the crease as per usual. And grab my little Wayne Goss number 8 brush here, and I'm going to pick up that same shade. I'm just going to sharpen up that outside corner. Fill that in. And then I'm just going to use that number 6 brush again and blend that out a bit. That's a really pigmented color. Really pigmented. Then on a Goss number 4 brush, I'm going to pick up this I'm going to pick up this second to the darkest shade right here on the tip of that brush. Right there. Tap it off, and then I'm going to blend out the front part of the purple, drag it up to the brow. A lot of you guys have been asking me why I do that with my shadow up towards the base of the brow in the front. It's because that deeper color there pushes back that heavy part of my lid. So, I'm going to use that same brush. I'm going to dust it off a bit. I'm going to pick up this lighter color here. Actually, I'm going to mix these two together. Let's do that. Tap it off and blend out the rest of that. It's not really blending that purple out really at all. Okay, That's not blending out that purple. Let's try some more. Do some more before my next plan of action here. Yeah, it's not blending that out very well. I'm going to use this shade right here. I guess I'm going to use all the shimmery shades. I'm going to pick up that shade, brown shade or bronzy shade there. I'm going to try to blend that out with that. See how it works. Okay, that's better. And then we'll go back in. Still needs to be blended out a little more, but go back in with the Goss number 6 brush and blend this up. One more time with the number 4 brush here. Really give that a good blend. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. That's pretty good. I mixed quite a few colors, but I didn't know how those shimmer shades were going to work out with those matte shades, but now we found out. Very, very minimal fallout, and even though it was a little something to work with because the textures were different, I found that the matte shades didn't blend quite as nice with the shimmer as the shimmer blends with the shimmer, which, you know, actually that's kind of the case with a lot of shadows anyway. It's just kind of the nature of mattes, but I really like how the shadow turned out. I do. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some dark brown eyeliner on, and probably some blue mascara, we'll see, in my brows, and I'll be right back. I decided to go with navy blue mascara and eyeliner on top, and then I put this Lancome Downtown Blue Gel Liner on the waterline. And all the products will be listed down below, but I just got done running back from my mom's house because the UPS man came and he brought me these guys, which are the new MAC Patent Polish Lip Pencils. So I'm going to use one of these for lips today, and I think I'm going to go with this one here called Go for Girly because it just looks like a really summery shade. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe off the lip balm that I have on here. And then I chose, for a lip pencil, I chose this Makeup Forever Aqua Lip, and this is in 20C. I believe it's one of their fairly newer shades. So I'm just going to go ahead and align up my lips, and I'm going to bring it in a bit too. Now let's go in with this lip crayon or lip pencil. The color, oh, the color is so pretty. I think it's looking a little more orange on camera, but it is a bright, like, pinky coral color. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. There's another one. Like, I just got these and I'm thinking, do I need backups of these? Because I think they're limited edition, but first time wearing one right now. They feel they feel really nice on the lips. Oh, they got a great smell. Oh, I like these. I like these a lot. Tim Talia gave a bunch of them a bad grade, but first impressions on these babies are a good one. This lip crayon is trying to steal a show from Estee Lauder right now. I was really, really happy with the way that the eye look came out. I think it's real summery, which is, you know, the point, but right now I'm really focusing on these lip things. Oh, what a good day for makeup. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful and gave you an idea of that Bronze Goddess palette and stuff like that. So thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye. So I was telling you guys in my Urban Decay video, the electric palette video, that it snowed out, and there was... I'm supposed to be talking to people on the internet. Look at here. Anyway, I told you guys there's a bunch of snow on the ground. Well, there was like 6 inches, and today it's like 60, and it all melted. Okay, there's my mom. Where's Waldo? Walk over here so you guys can see these horses over here. This is my mom's house. She lives in there. That's where I live. So here's a bunch of horses. Is this my little filly right here, huh? Yep. Pesky little bugger. Pesks. Here they all come. See them? They're all like a bunch of little kids. So muddy out. This is little sweetheart. Oh, geez, she's nice, huh? Mm-hmm. Where's little George at? Isn't he in here? Okay, all these. He's over there. You guys remember Captain Morgan? There he is again. If you remember him from last spring. She's so nice right there. They're all nice. All nice horses. Where's Foxy at? I know she's back there somewhere looking at me. Right there, huh? Is that her? Yep. I can spot her butt. Look at how big that Captain Morgan is. Jeez. Where's Sunny at? Huh. Okay, well that's enough of that. They're striving for trying to all be up in our business here and on the fence there. I don't want them to start fighting around, so I have to back up. It smells like fresh rain out here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Must be coming, I guess. Look at he was behind that rock. Remember I said, where is he? Yeah. I couldn't see him. Ah, he was behind the rock. Look at him. Look at him. Little dog can entertain himself. Right here. Bush Willie. It's Bush Willie. Alright, that's enough of that now. Bye.